I'm live. No, I'm not playing the same game, people. This is a different game. This is Last Alerts, but you will always get the super CD-ROM system screen.
Ah, yes.
What do you mean?
Classic.
Oh, no. What? I mean, I'm not expecting people, worship at my feet, but come on. Oh, no. And yeah, this is a good game. Like, Final Zone 2 is okay. And I like it, but I wouldn't try to defend it as a good game. This is legitimately a very good game. It has really good shooting action. It has a lot of stage variety. And, it has an experience system and weapon upgrades, and it controls really well. It's fun. So,
and it has cutscenes.
It does have cutscenes. And like Final Zone 2, the moment I press start, we're going to go in a cutscene. So, are you ready?
I am so ready. Hyped for this.
I don't know if I don't think anyone can be ready for this, but 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, and I have my rum. Really have the experience.
The Special Mission Unit were sent here to rescue hostages upon a request from the Lloyd.
On Mike's instructions,
there
I'm
was,
adult
however,
beveraging
no
with him.
sight of a camp at the designated location. We had been tricked by the Lloyd regime. What met our eyes instead was...
Oh, no.
How could Lloyd's government betray us?
Colonel Kadat of the Republic of Libid, Mr. Lee of the Hong Kong Mafia, Chairman Steve of the Dual Foundation, Dr. Garcia, a brilliant physicist. With these four as its core figures, Force Project, an international armed band, began its evil activities. Its aim was to rule the world by organizing massacres, blackmailing, terrorism, and smuggling of weapons.
Yes, Mr. President.
Is the business the same as the developer from Final Zone?
It seems that the Force Project is behind them. Their ability should not be underestimated. Yes, I have someone in mind. Let me handle this.
Is it over?
He's entrusted me with the task.
So you'll ask him then?
The only person who could possibly fight the Force Project is this man. Guy Kazama is the only one.
Guy Kazama, the greatest action hero. Unlike Howard Bowie, Guy Kazama is a really cool action hero. I'm going to start the game and go with more cutscene. Oh, and this is same publisher as Final Zone 2.
We'd always do things together, even when we die.
We've received a report that Lloyd and the Force Project jointly developed a stealth aircraft.
You're not expecting me to steal it.
That's what I want. Spartan has already infiltrated into Lloyd's frontline base, Blue Rhinos. He'll be your assistant on this mission.
Well, I owe Lloyd and the Force Project one, and I always make it a rule to get square with these guys.
Oh, get pumped. You will not be prepared for this scene. Oh! Can you feel the Rambo and Hope to No Ken Fist of the North Star flowing out of him? And now we're to the actual game, which is another top-down shooter. This one, I would say, is definitely more well-designed than Final Zone 2, and there's blue. So the big thing about speedrunning this game is that you want to collect as many flame power-ups as possible, because they're by far the best weapon for taking out bosses. Sub-weapon. The weapons that you get, they're just upgraded as you get more experience, and then you can select them in the pause when you pause the game. So it's really cool. As you can see, you run faster when you walk in cardinal directions rather than diagonal directions, so you basically want to walk in cardinal directions as much as possible. And now we're gonna get some more voice acting, so it's serious time.
Guy Kazama, if you don't want the hostage killed, you should keep quiet. Okay, the stealth bomber is in the back of this factory.
Okay, Spartan, hang in there just a while
Oh,
longer.
boys.
Apparently, I'm rescuing Kermit or Fonzie. So this is actually one of the harder bosses, not because it's easy to die, but because it's actually easy to kill the hostage. If you kill the hostage, you gain life and die. But we didn't, so we're good. Cutscenes only happen about once every 3 or 4 missions, like after you're done with an area, so we're not going to have cutscenes for a little while. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But this game has a banging soundtrack. It's even better than Final Zone 2, so I think you'll enjoy it. And that'll make up for the lack of cutscenes.
I feel like we've upgraded too now that we have voiceover over gameplay. That
I
was
know,
pretty
right? Oh, and there's so many good lines. So, about this game, so the reason why that intro looks so Fist of the North Star-ish is because this game, the routing here is a bit involved. Go. And now that we upgraded, we get the Uzi, which is just a better version of all guns.
Looks like the same thing. Where are the power-ups changing as well? Did I see that? Maybe they didn't. No, they were solid. My mistake.
Okay. Oh yeah, the power-ups are just supplements. Okay, I got everything. Now we escape, as the game very loudly tells us.
Run!
Yeah. I mean, this game has very solid shooting action. It's also pretty easy. I would definitely recommend picking this game for a casual playthrough. There's almost continue, so if you're not good top-down shooters, you get all the tries in the world. But don't worry. We'll see how Guy is treated.
Uh-oh. I see there's a welcoming committee out for me.
See? That's how he's greeted. There's a welcoming committee out. So, it's going to be our first use of the flamethrower.
Wow.
Yep. Makes quick work of everything. So this is a long auto-scroller. So as I was about to explain, so the reason why the intro looks so Fist of the North Star, it's not really a coincidence. The voice actor for this game in Japanese is the same voice actor as Kenshiro, Akira Kamiya. In fact, this game had a lot of Fist of the North Star actors for the Japanese version. I remember the guy who plays Jagi. Plays these 2 characters in this, and the CIA director, I think, is voiced by Banjo Ginga, who voiced Sauber in Fist of the North. So, like, for the Japanese version, they got a lot of, like, high-profile seiyuu, especially at the time, because this game came out in 1990 in the US, and I think like in 1989 in Japan, where it's called Red Alert. And I think for America, they didn't call it Red Alert because this was, back during, I think the Cold War just ended, and they were like, oh, we can't be risky with communism and stuff like that. So, also, the Japanese cover art looks really cool, so definitely recommend. But yeah, and for the US version, when you see the voice credits, they're credited as David and Alan. And one guy is doing like 5 voices. Like that guy is doing all the work. Also, Garcia, that voice actor, is MVP. He just chews up the scenery. So he's definitely appropriate as the final boss because his voice actor is the best. And now that we're done with this auto-scroller, we did want to shoot down everything so we can get as much experience as possible. And do you want to know what your reward is? Can you guess?
Cutscene?
Yes!
Just guessing. Okay.
Who are you?
We are from the Force Project. You'll have to come with me.
Drama!
You'll have to come with
Did you
me.
hear about the jetliner that crashed in the Republic of Flet on the eastern side a week ago?
It seems President Allman has been taken prisoner.
It looks like President Allman is imprisoned in a camp on top of Mount Alt, about 50 kilometers northwest of the crash site. That's why I want you to.
You don't have to say any more than that.
And now we're on the next mission. So,
You have to say. Oh, too bad.
so the thing about this mission is that you walk really slowly because you're going uphill and on a mountain. So it's a bit on the slower side. Not a whole lot you can do about this. Except try not to walk away.
The voice acting does seem just a cut above what we saw in Final Zone.
It is. It's like they're a bit more self-aware, or there's like a bit of emotion. Not too much, but like there's just enough to like make it a more enjoyable, like campy experience. By the way, if you really want all the camp, I would recommend. I don't remember the exact title, but it's a Xanadu game. It's a Dragon Slayer, and there is some S tier voice acting.
The quality S tier.
Although this game is awesome. I really love this game. It's not only does it have like the camp, it's just a really fun game. I never mind playing this game. It's easy to pick up and play. It's fun. It has good action, lots of versatility scenery, and a great soundtrack.
Fool! Almond's
another
already been
banger.
taken away.
Well, then all I need to do is let you tell me where he is.
I like how he sounds like a first grader, or like 6 or 7 years old. Well, all I have to do is make you tell me where he is. Yeah. So now we're gonna hear the best song in the game. Okay. Get your cat jams out. Ooh, you already have. Yeah, I already got it. Wow. Mark strings.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think the leveling system too, it actually kind of adds, it makes the combat like there's a point to it and stuff. So I think that's actually, instead of just trying to, get on the other side,
it's
or
really
whatever,
nice.
it's cool.
So basically, you get the first gun upgrade at level 3, and it's every 4 levels after that. It's a max level. Why didn't my pad go? Okay, cool. We're good. Pad isn't useful. So this is another one of those stages. It's similar to the second stage, but instead of trying to get all the bombs, you are trying to collect all the hostages. So this is probably the longest stage in the game. It's quite big. This is actually the one stage you can risk timing out, because the hostages are all over the place, and unless you like know what you're doing, it can just take a long time to travel from place to place. So this is probably like, if you're playing casually, this is probably a very lengthy spot. If not game over in at least probably.
Yeah, I noticed there's not a lot of indication of where you should be going, but I think it's kind of cool, at least allow you the freedom to choose where you want to go. So that part's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And those snowmen are not too happy. I mean, they just don't appreciate the music, and that helped me. Means you collected every single hostage, so you're good. And one of the best lines in the game is coming up, so it's definitely going to be serious time real soon.
Everyone quiet for serious time.
President Allman, it's nice to see you're safe.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you made it safely. Now it's time for you to die.
And now he's going to die. And he's dead.
Of course. That is too good. Perfect.
I know. It's just that little bit of inflection that, really makes this game a cut above Final Zone 2 in terms of voice acting.
That is a brilliant choice.
You know what? If anyone has any information on the voice actors, I would love to know. I would love to get in contact with them, because I really want to know what went on. Like, if this and Final Zone 2, but this game more than so in Final Zone 2. Like, I want to know what happened. For the voice actors. I'm guessing it was just employees of NEC who just
Right.
whoever was there, but like I was, I still like to know like what the circumstance of recording was, because like for the Japanese version, I mean, just looking through the soundtrack, you can tell they went all out on like the sound, and like the Japanese version, they went all out on voice acting. For this version, they went all out on the. Oh wait, these did not sell at all because it's the Turbo CD. We used all of our budget on that. Let's not use any more budget on voice acting.
The president is an important guest.
That's just what I was thinking. It's like it's so unfortunate that not a lot of people got the chance to hear this and see this.
That makes me want to get him back even more.
That just makes me want to get him back even more. There we go. And the president's been rescued with almond, not almond, and cutscene.
Okay, flamethrowers is a bit OP, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is very sudden, Leonard.
Well, take a look at this.
This is...
Colonel Kadat of Libid. You know him?
Well, he's a famous man, controlling all the terrorists around the world. I'd even want to get an autograph from him.
I want you to assassinate him.
That wild horse Robert from the Green Berets fade?
He's been captured and is in the Arcado camp. Colonel Kadat is in hiding. I hear that the only ones who know of his whereabouts are his guards, Red, Blue, and Black.
So I'll have the pleasure of becoming friends with them.
So, I love how he like admires Colonel Kadat. It's almost like as if someone was admiring like Osama bin Laden or something like that. It's like anyone would want his autograph. Anyway, so there's a bunch of prisoners you can rescue on the side, and it does nothing. So we're just not going to do that. So we're Guy Kazama, cool action hero, but not so great friend. Doesn't really have empathy. In fact, he'll show that not in this set of stages, but in the next set of stages, where he just willfully fat shames someone.
Mike, in all fairness, all action heroes of this time period, I'm not sure any of them were practicing any sort of empathy.
True. They were probably all fat shamers, to be honest. Attack that 6 We're getting the skating one more.
The body counts in movies of this time period were just,
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Guy Kazama's racking up a pretty hefty one himself.
I want to see the count, How many has Guy taken out at this point? Oh my god.
I mean, but how many of them take him out to smooth jazz?
Right, that's true. They all didn't have this good of a soundtrack.
Probably at least half of them did, because it was the 80s, but...
Fair, that's fair.
And we're about to fight the boss. This boss just has a little gimmick where you're not supposed to hit the guy in the center. And he dies pretty fast, so we're not going to use it.
I'll burn you to death with these flames. How do you want it done, rare or medium?
Sorry, I don't like roast pork.
There you go, Guy Kazama. Maybe a vegetarian, but at least he doesn't like roast pork.
I'm not quite sure medium was the strong play there. I mean, like rare or well done? Come on now.
Well, here's the thing. So you might be wondering, like, what is up with the game's voice acting? So I actually listened to the Japanese version. I mostly listened to, like, the boss fights, but I listened to a bit of the cutscenes, too. And honestly, the translation... it's pretty accurate. The problem is it's sometimes too accurate. Like, it's transliterated times. Like, that's why you get these, like, lines that sound so weird or funky or awkward in English, whereas, like, in Japanese, they sound perfectly. They're still kind of cheesy in Japanese, but it's, like, not, like, as ridiculously hammy as it is in this version. But, yeah, so, like, the problem with this game... it's not really just the translation. Obviously, a lot of it's on delivery, too, but, like... the translation is... oh, but cutscene.
Clear the way!
Guy Kazama, you better watch what you say to me. I'm really quick on the trigger.
See, that's the thing. He's an 80s hero, Mackie. He's really quick on the trigger.
Clear the way. Sorry.
Yeah, not just a trigger. Trigger.
No, yeah, okay. Dog pointed this out in the chat. This is what I was going to say. Localization versus translation, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And like, here's the thing. It was, the late 80s, early 90s. Like, your game got something translated without, egregious grammar errors. That was like a first-class localization. I know a lot of people like to blame like Ted Woolsey and his Final Fantasy VI translation, but like honestly, like that was a really good localization of the game. Now, I'm sure there's some inaccuracies, but if you actually know like the context of the translation of the game, it's actually really impressively good. Anyway, cutscene. So it's serious.
This river's gonna turn red with your blood.
How interesting. But it's going to be your blood, not mine.
Nanny boo boo, stick your head in doo doo, or I'm rubber, you're glue. Like.
Right. That's his big comeback. Come on. How interesting. You can do better than that.
I mean, really bad luck in this boss. You want to be able to point blank him, but he's constantly far away. There we go. Wow.
I gotta tell you, the fact that it's more of a translation in 2021 is kind of a little bit more interesting actually to look back upon this one. I mean, that's kind of cool that we actually got that.
A little low in health, but it's all good. So the thing is, you only restore health after a full set of stages, or after particular stages, which is actually, so you can actually pick the order of stages. Sometimes after you complete like the first stage in like an area. And I'm actually going to use that in the next area, which is pretty cool that you can, choose your own path a little bit. It's not that obvious, and you might just like mash through it and, actually go through the stages. But, you can actually like choose your stage order a bit. I think it's pretty cool.
I also appreciate that the chickens give you power-ups.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, chicken gives you health, as Final Fight is taught us. Great. But there's also the chicken that gives you a grenade, because everyone knows that chickens are explosive.
Absolutely. I have lost so many runs to so many chickens in all the games that I play that I am glad to see that the others come to. Just saying.
Well, you don't get the gore, but at least you get a nice big explosion. Now you're going to get a helicopter enthusiast here.
Hey, guy! Let my baby Betty throw you a kiss!
You're some weirdo naming your helicopter.
Don't kink shame Guy Kazama.
And if I had a helicopter, you're damn right I'm going to name it.
Yeah, exactly. If you can afford a helicopter, why wouldn't you name it? Only someone who didn't truly appreciate helicopters would name them helicopter.
For real.
I mean, maybe Guy Kazama's just ridden so many helicopters.
Right. Yes. That's just old hat for him at this point.
Doesn't matter, because the helicopter enthusiast is down.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with the loading times here. You're moving from stage to stage pretty quick.
Yeah, well, that's thanks to the power of the System SD. On an actual CD-ROM, it's like, this would be like 10 to 15 minutes slow. That's not It is a single piece CD. And now we're going to hear a sick comeback, an actual sick comeback from Guy Kazama.
Guy Kazama?
It's about time.
How dare you kill these precious men whom I've trained?
Well, Colonel, you haven't done a very good job of training them.
I mean, he's right.
That was a sick burn. Okay. Well, there you call it out the training.
Terrorists all over the world won't be causing too much trouble now. Just the one terrorist. Oh, by the way, if you hate really bad Asian accents that are kind of racist, you should not watch this cutscene. Because it's bad. But Garcia is here, so that's good.
I have received information about a CIA dog, Guy Kazama, who assassinated a member of the Force Project, Colonel Cadet.
He intends to enter the martial arts tournament you host every year to kill you, Mr. Lee.
Really? Well, that's interesting.
So we plan to present you with 3 of the toughest fighters.
By the way, Dr. Garcia, how is the development of your ultimate weapon, Indra, coming along?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it should be completed within a month.
A nice little theme there. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But
But I appreciate the musical cue. That was nice.
yeah, the musical cue. I love the musical cues in this game. Like the orchestra hit when Dart captures
Right.
President Almond, who sounds like almond because of the way they read the script. Here, yes. So this place is a bit of a maze. It's not too complicated, but if you take it the long way, it can cost a bit. So, I mean, this is a place where you have to pay more attention to these. Because as you can see, you have so much health in this game that, like, you can kind of just rush through and just, collect health along the way. That is kind of the one flaw about this game. It's a little too easy. But you know what's not a flaw? These awesome rankings. Oh, wait, cutscene?
Hey, you fatso, you're blocking the traffic.
Hee hee! Guy, I'm gonna destroy you!
Yeah, so Guy Kazama, Fat Shamer.
Totally. Not to mention the stereotyped accent from the boss, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
it's the 80s.
It's right.
So, we're gonna fight the one female boss. There's a special bit of dialogue between her and Guy. So listen out for that. So, when's it gonna come up? It's gonna come up pretty soon. In fact, I just blew through the stage, so it's gonna come up right now.
You're not going any further without defeating me.
Sorry, but ladies first doesn't apply on a battlefield.
The Guy Kazama, equal opportunity chauvinist 80s action hero.
I didn't want to call him a progressive, but,
Alright, that was pretty good luck. It was good. He got plenty of rest, so now we have full health. So, funny thing about this boss, you will not hear any dialogue. There is dialogue in the Japanese version. There is actually dialogue in English, too, that was translated. It's even on the CD, and it just wasn't used because it contains a double hockey stick. So, it's the 80s, so casual, bad Asian, racist Asian accent, okay. Fat shaming, okay. But, whoa, HE double hockey sticks, that's just going too far.
that was the line. In this game, that's where they drew the line.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Not to mention all the bodies you've left in the wake of your path here, but whatever.
and instead, get this theme. And now we're going to assassinate Mr. Lee, so I'm totally okay with it because his accent is good. You will have to listen to it one last time because there's a dialogue.
Notice you've been keeping spread throughout, or whatever it's called in this game.
Yeah, so I actually have a missile launcher now, and it's terrible.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know what it is, but the way it explodes, I will use it once because it's actually good against one boss. But like the way missiles work in this game, you would think because the explosions hit so much, you would come damage. But no, their DPS is actually really bad. In fact, you get your final weapon is a quadruple missile launcher, and it's the worst weapon in the game because of the way explosions work. So, like, we never use that weapon. So the weapon that we will use after this one is a 5-way spread shot, which we'll get in 2.
That sounds like perfectly reasonable 8 and 16-bit logic. Just saying.
Okay, well, bad Asian accents coming up, so you might want to cover your ears if you don't want to.
I guess those 3 were no match for you. Let me be your opponent now.
Mr. Lee, this tower is beginning to look like your tombstone.
And he's dead. He's accomplished. Mr. Lee is no match for me. And cutscene. So interesting thing about this, they either forgot to dub or they didn't put in the dub or this. So you can still hear the Japanese dub very faintly here.
Oh yeah, you totally can.
He's just a double.
You mean he's an imposter?
Members of the Force Project would not appear that easily before the public.
Guy, I checked around the ship. They're loading an enormous amount of state-of-the-art weapons on here, like you said.
I've planted explosives on this ship. We'll use that to look for the real Steve.
To the prosperity and glory of the Duel Foundation. Cheers!
Oh no. Okay. None of the songs have disappointed here. I gotta tell you, this is, once again, quality. Oh no. Micah, move. Oh. Let's see. Never mind.
Okay, now it's working. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why it stopped working like that. I guess it's a fairly old microphone, so that might be it. And hold on, I just have to change some sound settings because it's trying to use that now. And okay, now I can hear you again, Latin, so we'll be talking over each other. Should be the case.
No problem. Cutscene percent too strong.
It is too strong. Okay, so we are good to go again. Apologies for that. And yeah, I do love the sound effect at the end of that. And so to catch a terrorist, Guy Kazama creates a big act of terrorism. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Just bomb a boat. Right. That's how you get terrorists.
I mean, how do you solve terrorism but with, more terrorism? 80s and 90s logic, once again.
But we're the good guys. So.
And we also have a kicking soundtrack, so what does it really matter, right?
Exactly, right? We got the action music to back it up. We did really well for this stage. That's good. So,
I guess you're what they call an uninvited guest.
So what are you gonna do with me?
I'll throw you into the sea after I get you.
I love how casual his response is and how Guy Kazama puts on his best Brooklyn accent there. So what are you gonna do about it?
All of a sudden he's from Brooklyn. He hasn't been the whole game.
Leaving behind a delicious-looking food, you have successfully forced your way to the party floor. Yes, that is the first concern, the delicious-looking food. Not the fact that everyone's panicking on a sinking boat.
There's not enough time to be concerned with that. We gotta move on to the next level.
And also, Guy is just for the occasion. First, he's called Full Armor Guy, but he's in the tub. Heavy Warrior.
He's definitely playing the part, yeah.
We got the 5-way machine gun, aka the best weapon in the world.
I love that they call it 5-way machine gun and not spread, but whatever.
Oh, by the way, I haven't made much note of this, but the ranks that you get in this game are pretty great. I forgot to point them out because I'm just so used to them at this point, but like they're pretty incredible. So one thing that's actually really rough about this stage is that you don't get any recovery. So like if you get hit a lot, there's like no way to recover, and you don't want to die because you will lose all of your stuff. Which isn't the end of the world, but it does slow things down and make a couple bosses slower. Oh, one of the best exchanges in the game. I was gonna die, but you'll hear.
You've shown me some fancy action here. The damages on this ship and the weapons aboard will come to $1 billion.
People will hate you, Steve, if you're too stingy.
That's right. No one likes stingy billionaires.
You're too stingy.
Yeah, Chairman Steve Garcia. Oh, and he chews up the scenery so good. And cutscene. Oh, we're just chilling with some sick music. Chilling in the White House right now.
Meanwhile,
just staring at a wall. Now you're finally gonna hear Garcia chew up the scenery.
I'm the only one remaining of the Force Project members. But I have completed the ultimate weapon, Indra. Boy, once it's launched, it will put an end to all mankind. Yeah, they shall be punished. But don't lose heart. I'll give you just one last chance. Unfortunately, it takes 24 hours to launch Indra. If you can destroy Indra within that time, you win. But, there's only one man who's allowed to play this game. That's Guy Kazama. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
As the President of the United States, I ask you, save all mankind.
I'll try, but I can't take the responsibility. This mission is just too great.
I know you can do it.
You can never trust Leonard.
So, I love how the president says, like, one of the most important lines about saving all mankind, and he says it with all the passion of Ben Stein in Ferris Bueller's Day Out. Bueller, save all mankind.
Mike, I think that's being generous. That was and he had some emotion to him. Why does he have to give up on that one? That's the most important one. Okay, whatever.
But you want to know something? You have the mad thunder of Guy Kazama.
Of course. Always about Guy Kazama.
I mean, how is it not? When is it ever not about Guy Kazama? It should be surely the greatest action ever. I know I've said this before, but seriously, this is a good game. I super enjoy it a lot, and it is definitely worth the playthrough if you like running opt-out.
And just from the little bit I've seen of it, Mike, none of the tunes disappoint. This whole soundtrack has been non-stop.
It's bangers, and the credit theme is sick. If we have time, I would actually like to listen to it because it's like a 5-minute just non-stop jam. It is incredible.
No, that's perfect.
And this is the one time we use the grenade launcher.
Guy, long time no see.
Is it you, Dark? You're still alive?
Dr. Garcia brought me back to life. You won't get me that easily this time, Guy Kazama. Yoraidika!
So, props to anyone who knows what he says. I have some guesses. Karate-ka. Let's have a party bra. La-di-da. You know?
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay. I mean, it is the time period.
Oh, yeah. It's a little before Die Hard, but you know.
Okay. That's right.
Hey, Die Hard is 1991, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's right.
You know what? It's like a choose. It's like a mag race. You get to choose Oh, lineman. There's no one close.
Gameplay-wise, is it the same on PC Engine as it is on TurboGrafx 16?
Yes. Only thing that's different is the voice acting. Don't think there's anything different. And there's still the final command.
Right.
Damn it. Still nothing new. To give credit, it rarely slows down. So there's a ton of stuff on the screen. I've been wondering if taking much damage, that's a concern, but not really because. And at this point, we actually want to use Uzi because this is actually a fairly thin target. It's pretty distant. So having a spread gun doesn't really.
That's one of the staples of the console. Is there's not a lot of games I could play that I had slowdown on. Like the console was really able to handle what was thrown at it.
I mean, like the Super Nintendo Gradius 3. This is the Turbofest, not the Slowdown Fest. Oh,
shade.
Exactly. I mean, you can find a little bit of your Black Processing here, Genesis. You don't know two processes.
I was throwing some shade out there in my runs earlier yesterday too, and it's nothing personal. It's just
it just has to be done because no one knows what TurboGrafx 16 is like.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's listening to us throw shade anyway, so we're gonna do it.
It's like it's a little guy. You gotta. Yeah, I actually grew up with not a CD, but a TurboGrafx.
I'm sure you're the only one who had one in like a 40-mile radius.
Pretty much. It was actually the one system my mom either gave away, or gave it to Goodwill. And I was and she didn't do that with any of my other systems. And the worst part is, I had both the Dash and Oasis.
Oh my gosh. Mike, I'm so sorry. My condolences. Yay.
I mean, I almost wish I had a Turbo CD growing up, but these things were expensive, so that is why.
Really was. I was fortunate enough to have one as a kid growing up too, and I gotta tell you, nobody ever wanted to come over and play it, so.
I'm pausing because we're gonna hear a cutscene, so it's serious time.
I guess.
I'm reserving the serious time for very important moments.
You're the infiltrator? I haven't had a visitor in a long time.
I don't need your hospitality. Just let me pass. I'm in a kind of a hurry.
Don't say that. Here, take this.
So Guy Kazama, rude house guest. So we actually switched from the flamethrower because the ricochet actually does a really good job of hitting all of the enemies.
Oh man, nice strat. That was cool.
And actually worth keeping one because it does a good job of taking care of the bats.
Again, apparently it wouldn't be a game from this era unless there were bats at some point. Or some sort of flying enemy.
I am actually wrong about something. So, some of the graffiti here has changed because there is a swear in Japanese. It's either the F or the S. And my health is a little bit low, but it's not too bad because there are 2 med kits later. And they're not fun. You can see you move much faster. You're not going backwards. That's why I'm doing that kind of like wiggle movement. I'm a superhero. I was a one-man army. I think the one-man army would be better than a superhero, but and we're at the max level, so we can't do more. Life bar is super long.
Superhero.
There's someone in the water. Something just grazed past my knee.
Well, there you go. That makes sense. I assume that's a serpent, but
that is terrible RNG. You want the serpent to appear fairly close to you. Ideally, it dies in 2 or 3 cycles. It dies. Oh wow! I'm gonna die here. So we have all of our health replenished. And we are on the final 3 stages. Good ride. Don't worry, there's more cutscenes. But do you want to know something? After this boss fight, there's going to be more music. So do you want to know something? Again, it's buried in the CD, the actual voice line, but it uses HE double hockey sticks, and you can't have that.
I gotta say, once again, music, I know we keep commenting on it, but this does feel like we're coming down the home stretch. This music really sets the stage.
Dr. Garcia.
Guy Kazama, you have foiled every one of my ambitions. You're going to have to pay for this.
So there's some birds in there, we just scroll past them and so there's actually a really long exchange here, but instead you get this like musical interlude. And as you can see, Garcia is such an honorable opponent. He has a spare space shuttle for you. I mean, what a swell guy. If he wasn't, trying to blow up the world.
Very kind of him to be thoughtful.
I mean, but he's an honorable opponent. Doesn't hit you while you're down. We gotta run after him as he's escaped to India. The one notable thing about this game is that there is a power in collect. Okay. That is a great line.
Why would a hireling soldier like you run such a risk to torment me like this? Why?
Garcia, nobody can hire my feelings.
No, he might not have empathy, but he has feelings. And they can't be hired. He's not a sellout.
His feelings are not for sale.
So good. A second phase. Point blank, and... Okay, now you're gonna have the final exchange of lines.
I've lost. But Indira's already been started. It'll put an end to humanity.
Isn't there a way to stop Indra?
Not unless you destroy Indra. But if you do, you will also die.
Yeah, so, do you like how Garcia, even though he's not, it sounds like more like he had a heavy jog and enjoyed it. That was rough.
He can breathe. There's some oxygen.
Yeah, or he's got the smoker's lung or something.
Right.
I mean, he could be an anti-smoking PSA, but anyway, Rip Garcia. You are
nice wildlife.
You are the greatest ever. I mean, it really does. He's just like,
He's given a performance. You gotta credit him for that.
Exactly. I give him a ton of credit. He's definitely putting in the work.
I do say it's pretty impressive that guy doesn't he doesn't bleed, but he does sweat. So that's kind of interesting.
So there is actually a voice line here, but it's dubbed so quietly you might not be able to hear it. Here I come! And the Japanese version, it's super loud. It's like, eat that! And it's like, it's almost deafening how loud it is. But yeah, it's just, early 90s dubbing, what can I say? The big thing I'm trying to get to, Well, actually, I've been taking a game, but I want to get a full health restore, which comes out of orbs. I guess I won't need the full health restore.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's funny how that works. Oh, I got hit twice. You obviously need a full health restore now. So it's not that old. And the most annoying part is, the first time you'll probably miss it, if you have to kill the orb quickly enough, if you kill it too slowly, what'll happen is that it will explode too far away from you, and you won't be able to. Yeah, so we're actually going to switch to the Armalite, because its spread actually works out perfectly.
Hey, Mike, you might want to pause the game for a hot second. Our restream computer is on fire or something.
Oh, okay. Apparently we're experiencing technical difficulties. Like that.
Cool pause, though. I mean, it's like, he's got a lot of action going on.
Okay, so we'll just be chilling here.
Yeah. Plenty of time to sip the beverage.
Yeah, exactly. I just have a little bit left, so I'm good.
And I know stream can probably hear me too right now, but I'm going to throw us to break and play some music until we can figure out what the heck. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good. I can listen to this all day. We're just on the final stretch. Final boss, and then final cutscene.